Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pace Studio on the Road. We're live right now in Boise, Idaho at the Treefort Music Festival. Thanks to our friends at ConvertKit. We are live with Smokey Brights right now. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much. We are about to hear a bunch of brand new music that literally nobody outside of the band has heard. Is that the truth?
That is correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
And us now.
And you now.
Yeah.
Wanna
What do you
intro
feel
this
like?
one?
What do you feel like doing first today?
I think we're going to start out with a song called Ocean Shores. All right, let's do this. Ocean shores, it was frigid for May, so I was wearing my coat when I forgot my name. Took a walk on the beach, just me and the gulls. Filled my socks with mud, digging for gold. And I'm looking summer, feeling false depression. Gonna spring into a cold. Keep on guessing by. Getting high on the porch, the neighbor shut his door. I guess he's never seen a tortured artist before. Getting turned pink in that hot tub full of bleach. Funny, what you want is always just out of reach. And I'm looking summer, feeling false depression. Gonna spring into a crawl. Keep on guessing by. I'm not this house. I'm not this sad. I'm not ready to give up. I'm just ready for bed. And I'm looking summer, feeling false depression. Gonna spring into a crawl. Keep on guessing by. Thank you.
Wow, Kim, I don't know if you saw this or not. I know you were focused on doing your work, but when you got fancy with your pipes and did something really good, all three of us looked at each other. We were like, yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for supporting my fancy pipes.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of fanciness, I know that there is, you play the rock and roll music, and there
Yes.
is fancy training behind that. I know that there's a lot of classical training here. Can we talk a little bit about your origin and the way that that some of that fancy training has either translated into this or not translated into it all? Have you diverged from it?
Yeah. I would say I have had the least fancy training of anyone in the band. What would you say?
I don't know about that. You did Northwest Girls Choir
I did
growing
Northwest
up,
Girls
so
Choir
you
as a
sung with
child.
others.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
took piano
I
lessons.
took piano lessons. Yeah.
You did a Paul Allen Arts Camp when you were a child.
I did do a Paul Allen Arts Camp. Yeah.
My first instrument was trombone, and I actually got a scholarship to the University of Washington for playing the trombone.
Go Dogs.
Nice, well done.
And my musical brain is still wired in trombone, so it's like a native language that I'm constantly starting from,
Yeah.
and it's a very strange instrument. So that's my background.
Yeah.
So your writing starts. Are you when you're playing solos? You're not playing stuff that like idiomatically makes sense, like on the guitar. You're playing a horn line, but on your guitar.
No, it's more like if someone says spell, a C minor 7, I go 6th position C, 4th position E flat, 3rd position E flat, 4th position G, and then B flat, and then like that's how my brain works, which is not very helpful when you're playing another instrument.
Yeah, which is more finger shape oriented.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
nice if I started
Yeah.
there. But yeah, I've played this since I was a kid too, though. So. I don't know, Nick, what's your background?
Nick, could you yell into those overheads?
Nick's from Ohio.
Yeah, I've been playing drums for a long ass time. Long time,
Really
that is.
project.
So, am I louder? Is this good?
Yeah.
Yes, can you hear me now? All right. I've been playing drums since I was 12. Grew up in a musical family. My mom's a voice teacher. My brother's a composer. My sister's an opera singer. We played everything growing up. Went to Evergreen for audio recording, and then drum school at Seattle Drum School after that.
Go Gooey Ducks.
And then playing with these guys basically ever since.
Yeah.
That qualifies, man. That's fancy. I'm glad that I asked.
That is fancy.
And for me, yeah, I also come from a family, an extended family of musicians, some as hobbyists and some as professionals, and then started off on piano, then guitar, played trombone also in junior high and high school.
You got to do it.
Got it. You got to do
You
it.
wanna get into rock
but
and
when I finally fell into bass, I really like the role that this has in being able to sort of bass is everybody's dance partner, and it's a really fun place.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
That sounds like, sounds like something bassists say.
Yeah. So then I've really fallen into the role that the bass plays, and it's a nice musical home for me.
Nice. Well, I agree very much. You guys are making a lot of very good musical decisions, and I'm enjoying what we're doing right now.
Thank
and,
you. I'm
we
loving
are-
the affirmations.
Yes. I can travel with you and just be your hype man if you want. Like I can go on the road and
Yes.
say nice things every morning.
Yeah, I'll compliment the outfits. I'll do that. I'll be the hype girl because I mean that pink jumpsuit, like I said, it was on Etsy, sourced on Etsy.
Yes.
I don't know the brand, but sourced on Etsy.
Neither do I.
Nice. We've got a lot of brand new music
do.
to unveil to the internet right now.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you feel
so
like doing second today?
I think the next one we're going to do, it's called Fancy Ketchup. And it's a song that's actually coming out a week from today. It's going to come out on April 1st on Freak Out Records. And yeah, it's a song about, I wrote this song kind of about, the frustrations of, this is my husband, this is like, this project.
Yeah.
This is my wife. That's a better way to put it.
So this is, and like this is our family. So this is our family business, and I just want to provide, So that's kind of that feeling of like you just want to do good for the people that you love. And that's kind of what this song's about.
You want to make ketchup like the queen, dude?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's about condiments and it's fancy ketchup.
It's fancy
Yeah, it's the
ketchup.
fancy
So
ketchup.
like, okay. You
Yeah.
know who has, speaking since we are in Boise, if you want to get some fancy ketchup, go to Boise Fry Company.
Ooh.
They have a lineup of fancy ketchups
Okay.
and fantastic burgers, and I'm sure they're around here at Treefort somewhere, but Boise
I
Fry
feel
Company.
Maybe that's
a
dinner
photo
after
shoot
this
Seriously,
coming
fancy
up.
ketchup. Yeah.
Video shoot.
There's like 20 ketchups that you can choose from.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Who baby?
Man.
Who
That's
baby?
too-
Who's baby?
Yeah.
You want to try this?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I had a car, I would pick you up. We could drive so far from here. Turn our phones and disappear. But I don't. It got told. Gotta find $900 by the end of the year. Then we're out of here. 'Cause I feet up. Home fries with the fancy ketchup and a nice cold beer. Put your feet up while I steal. 'Cause I don't know, I don't know, I don't know my head from a hole in the clouds. And I'm never coming down. 'Cause I'm gonna build a rocket for us. Every new storm on a steep night somehow. And we're never coming down. We're never coming down. Yeah, we're never coming down. We're never coming Cause I don't know, I don't know, I don't know my head from a hole in the clouds. And I'm never coming down. We're never coming down. Yeah, we're never coming down. Yeah, we're never coming down. It's fancy ketchup.
Yes, I love that. Well, I felt all the fancy ketchup coming through that song. That was
Oh, did you feel
fantastic.
some curry ketchup in there? Maybe a little
Yes.
spicy ketchup.
Blueberry ketchup? I don't know, like lots of different kinds of ketchup.
Just spitballing here.
Yeah. Going back to your first song a little bit with Ocean Shores, you talked about depression, and you talked about you guys are Seattle natives, right? So are you born and raised in Seattle?
He's born and raised. I moved there when I was a young kid.
Okay, so but
yeah.
you experienced the seasonality of Seattle, right? And
Yeah.
Seattle is like the best kept secret in the summer, like the best kept
Oh,
secret.
yeah.
But I would love to hear how you, especially being Seattleites, is that what we call you? What do we call
Yeah, we're
Seattleites?
Seattleites.
Seattleites,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. How you like really protect and nurture your creativity when you're like sad, and when I was listening to a podcast. I mentioned this earlier. I was talking about seasonal
Affective
sad,
disorder.
seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah.
And you probably know that, really know about that. Not saying that you're not.
You probably would know that
Picking up some
intimately.
nuances from our music? Or, yeah.
No, but just
No, it's true.
basing on going off the song. Tell me about how you protect your creativity, and especially as husband and wife. I imagine in your household, you're like. What I imagine is that you're just like hanging out on the couch. You're like, hey, you want to jam real quick? Does that happen?
Yeah.
All the time.
That's not,
All the time?
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I mean, I think the biggest way, especially getting through this pandemic, that
Yeah.
we protected our joy was we got together and we played music together.
Yeah.
And simple, obvious, not so simple in the era of COVID.
Yep.
And this band, everyone really chose to prioritize still getting together. And, I love playing for audiences. We are definitely a live band. But the act of playing music with other humans, it fires off all sorts of just like receptors in your brain and in your heart. And just the sheer act of collaborating, making noise, getting better together. You feel some movement in life doing that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So ultimately, you protect your creativity by being creative.
Yeah.
totally.
Right? Like that's what
Yeah.
I hear you saying, at least.
Yeah.
Is that you by doing it, you're more inspired.
by,
And-
Yes.
by simply doing it, even when you don't necessarily
Feel it.
feel like
Yeah.
it. 'Cause
Especially at the beginning of the pandemic, we had a record that was coming out. We had four tours that were planned that all got canceled. I mean, it was sort of like I didn't want to be creative. I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to wallow in my sadness.
We
which
wanted
I
to watch
did.
every sci-fi series on Netflix.
We did
available.
that too, yeah. And then, you know, it was like a couple weeks later, it was just like, you know what is actually really making me sad? Not doing the thing that I love the most. And sort of coming back to it with this renewed appreciation and understanding of what it does for me emotionally, what it does for my brain. You know, it's like we try to take daily walks now with, well, it's less important now that we can actually leave our house, but when we were stuck inside, we called them our stupid little walks. And it was like your stupid little walk you do for your daily health, you know, for your mental health. And it was like, be like, oh, I don't want to go on this stupid little walk. It's rainy out. It's dark. I'm tired, whatever. And as soon as you step outside of the house, you're like, whoa. Okay, yeah, that's why I'm doing this stupid little walk. And it's the same thing. It's like,
Dude, walks and making art.
yeah, good
Yeah.
for the brain.
Yeah, what a beautiful realization though, that when something was taken away from you, all you had to do was step into it again, and it helped you, you
Yeah.
know, see the light kind of thing. And then those stupid little walks, you know, man, I'm into that. I'm gonna say I'm feeling down today, so I'm gonna go on a stupid little walk.
Little walk.
Yes.
Can't recommend them enough.
I do it very similarly in my life. I live right on the East River. I look at the UN building in Brooklyn out of my apartment, but I do stupid little walks every day down the East River, and I drink a beet juice and I drink a ginger shot, and
That
it
sounds
really
very
helps
healthy.
my
Oh,
life.
yes.
man.
Look at you, extra credit over here.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta add that ginger shot to those stupid little walks. or
Yeah,
else,
dang.
You know, you are falling behind this
My
guy.
game.
What is up next for us?
This is another new one. So like Kim said, the first single is going to come out next Friday, and then, you know, maybe every couple of weeks we're going to put out a new single. This one's called Broken 2, and we've had a lot of brokenness and healing, both in a metaphorical way and also just in a very physical way. Nick Krivchenia, this is his first show back since he broke his pelvis in 3 places. So round of applause.
Yeah.
Everyone at home, Nick Krivchenia.
We have a medical miracle in our midst, man.
Yeah.
It is Nick Krivchenia.
It's not necessarily about your pelvis.
Yes, it is.
Uh,
it is.
Yeah.
Everything's
is-
about our pelvis.
This is making sense because you can see your crutch right there, right behind
Is
you.
this
Oh God, it's in the
Is this in
shot.
frame?
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure
baby.
there. Okay.
the
Sure,
thing
in
right
the
in the middle of the. Yeah.
If we took it out of frame, you couldn't get away from the drum kit, and that would be rude.
I could hobble.
You can hold it.
It sets the stage. It's important. It's important.
Yeah.
It's a song about healing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good intro.
This road is failing. I've only got my name. There's nothing left to hold me. When I feel it break, it bends my body down until I'm broken too. Slow cure for poison, a little every day. Not enough to kill you, just enough for pain. Then you lay your body down. I lay my body down too. We lay our bodies down.
have to say we've had a lot of really great people today, and that I think might have been my favorite song of the performance of the day. I gotta say.
Wow.
Cheers.
That was
Well
that,
done.
Thank you.
that gave me all the feels. So cheers.
That was the first public performance of that song. So.
It was.
Well, it was great.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, truly.
It was very good.
Well, we did that. We did a strip down one of the croc last week.
Oh,
Splitting hairs here.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah. I don't want someone in the comments like, actually, I was.
Actually, I was there.
I saw that.
Was that a Seattle affair when the potential maybe first performance happened? Was that a Seattle thing for you guys?
We opened for Australian business funk man Donnie
Benet.
Benet last week.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just wonderful.
He was incredible. Yeah.
Is he that guy, or is that guy a character?
He is that guy, and what is beautiful about Donnie Benet is that his entire show is a man walking on stage being like, "Hello, I'm me," and no airs. He's just it's just funny. Just a very confident, funky man. So yeah, that was the first time we played that. But then,
Well, so that in addition to Donnie Benet being an Australian import and part of the Seattle community for a brief moment, can we talk a bit more about what the Seattle community has meant to you and some of the artists you've been able to collaborate with, the bartenders, chefs, like whoever's involved in the creative community that's helped you to develop yourselves?
Yeah. I mean, Seattle has such a strong music history, and it's maintaining even in the midst of unprecedented rising prices to live there. You know, I was actually just talking about this last night with my friend Nicole, who fronts this amazing band Black Ends, and it's just so good. It's just, it shows the tenaciousness of artistic impulse, that it's still, I would say Seattle is creating some of the coolest music that we've ever had happen at the same time that the average apartment price is like, insane.
Thank you, Amazon.
Yeah.
yes, thank you, Jeffy Bezos.
I love Amazon, but
I don't.
And
Do not.
We've been boycotting Amazon for
I think this
10
is our
years.
No, don't give us that much credit.
Okay.
I think this is our 5th year.
Okay,
of not
yeah.
buying
I just
anything on
doubled it for
Amazon,
fun.
but-
You hear that, Jeff? We would be remiss not to mention Freak Out Records,
Yes.
which is a independent record label based out of Seattle that was started by our friends Guy Keltner and Skylar Locatelli.
Mm-hmm.
They started putting on a music festival called the Holiday Freak Out. It just eventually became Freak Out Fest. And then they started a record label, and I knew Guy from playing in punk bands since I was a kid, and he was like, hey man, I'm starting a record label. And I was like, I just finished a record. And he put it out. And we have together just like grown a ton. Like Acid Tongue, Guy Keltner's band, was just on the cover of Rolling Stone France. The festival is it's people from all over the world coming now, and that's just like a really big part of our identity, is just like this kind of scrappy, super DIY community that's kind of just grown and grown. And
Yeah.
so shout out to Freak Out.
It's living that, the saying of all boats rise. You know, it's like we really try to live that, because it's hard. It's really hard trying to do a non-traditional life, you know, and making any sort of impression and I don't know, impact in an industry that's so crowded with amazing musicians. I mean, there's so much good music out there. And to have somebody in your corner and have us all sort of representing for each other and supporting each other and helping each other, it makes it just, you know, not easy, but easier to have that sort of support.
Friends lighten the load.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
So how would you then relate that that community that you just elucidated beautifully in Seattle to the community? I know that this is very much not your first Treefort, and the
Yes.
community that, I mean, this is my first Treefort, and I'm having a wonderful time. How would you compare what happens at home for you versus the community that springs up here in Boise annually?
oh, you screwed it up again right
Oh
there.
my God.
Oh, Boise.
Boise.
Nobody's
I mean-
corrected me my entire life until just like 2 days ago.
It
and I
happens
heard,
when you get into Boise, though.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are you saying? And you're like, oh. Sorry.
I keep thinking it's gonna get old, but every time I can't.
It's a gotcha.
It's like I can't.
What
Like,
happened? Do you know? I'm editing this live right now. Like I'm pressing the buttons to cut between these cameras. Like my brain is in the tech, and I can't necessarily always. Okay.
Excuses.
You're nailing it.
But I would say there is a ton of shared creativity between Boise and Seattle, and like I think Freak Out Fest, the festival that Freak Out runs, has taken a lot of its cues from how things are done here at Treefort, and I think one of the biggest things is thinking artist first and thinking about what the experience is for the attendee. It's not just the biggest names jammed together on a package tour that's happening another town over. It is some authentic flavor of what is truly happening in the Northwest, and that's what's so cool about Treefort, is that there's big headliners, but then it's also like every band that I know that's just trying on the West Coast and beyond, but like everybody I know that like tours and does these long stupid drives, we all meet here. And it's like a big family reunion, and it's one of the things we look forward to the most in the year.
Truly.
love that.
Treefort's amazing.
Yeah. I feel fancy about the entire thing. I'm really glad that you guys are here sharing fancy ketchup songs. Everything about it, man. I feel really good. And there's still one more song to be shared with our
We're
audience.
being very fancy right now.
Let's do it, man. What do you feel like fancily playing number 4?
So number 4 we're going to play is called One of Everything, also a new unreleased track. It's, the overload of now, the constant stimulation, compare and despair, the internet.
The feeling you get while you just doom scroll on your
Yeah.
Instagram forever.
Yep, and you're like, get off your phone, but
Well,
you're falling into it.
Wait, did we talk about this offline?
No.
Dude, I threw my telephone in a trash can 3 years ago. It's still there. I mean, I'm sure the trash has been taken out since, but I have not had a mobile device in 3 years. And I did that very intentionally for all the same reasons that
Yes.
we're talking about right now.
Your brain is probably so happy.
It's a bit more clear. Yeah.
We've been
it provides
writing-
a lot of extra bandwidth to
Yes.
to do this and be good at this, and not
Yeah.
just doom scroll. like you
Creativity
said.
takes downtime. It takes the time to take all the information we get and sit with it and let
Yeah.
it connect to itself and other parts of your life. And it's nearly impossible when we're just plugged in constantly. And,
Yeah.
we've been running this grand experiment of social media. I know a lot of people are watching on social media right now. Thank you for
Thank you.
watching. But after this, go on a stupid little walk and call your mom. Live in the real life. And I think that's what this song's about.
Yeah, exactly. All the options make me nervous. What's my progress? What's my purpose? Go to heaven if you're perfect. Buy some self-care, babe, you're worth it. All the questions need deciding. There's no stopping, there's no hiding. Am I pretty? Am I surface? Do they love me? Is it working? Ooh, it's just what they want.
Yes, thank you for doing this. Enjoy the rest of your time in Boise, Idaho, please.
You nailed
I
it.
will.
The rest of Treefort, we're going to do the same. This is our last session for the day. We're going to go enjoy and explore and see what happens, and it's going to be fun. Thank you so much for closing us
Thank
out.
you so much.
Thank you so much
Yes.
for having us. Huge honor.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Yahoo!
All right. That's that. We did it.